Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the UE Bowl here in beautiful Kingston, Jamaica. We are moments away from kickoff of the second match of the day, USA South taking on the home side from Jamaica. As you see, the boys there in the gold, green, and black from Jamaica getting set to face the USA South. My name is Brian Kelly, alongside former national team player for Trinidad and Tobago, Maria Thomas. Maria, we started off the day with a thriller with Cayman Islands defeating the defending champions, Mexico. What a great way to start off the tournament.
Awesome way to start the tournament. It's really excited. It's a great venue that we have to play here. Beautiful weather, sunny day, and it's so exciting to see these under 19 teams come out. This is the future of rugby. This is where so much work and development is done, and that's definitely a priority for both of these teams that are about to face off now.
Jamaica, they've got their the home crowd support on the other side of the field. They've got lots of excitement. Look at the passion in the huddle from these young lads. Don't forget, this is an under 19 competition, so with COVID-19 basically halting rugby in our region the last couple of years, this is the first time these guys have had a chance to play any international competition, so they are fired up. They're excited. Just listen to it for a moment. Well, that tells you everything you need to know, doesn't it, Maria?
It definitely does. Speaking with Jamaica's coaches, I know that these gentlemen have done a lot of work behind the scenes. They came together 4 days ago, and the team is comprised of both international and local players who are exchanging information and sharing this experience.
Yes, sir, I can hear you. Yes.
We are underway. Jamaica kicking off to USA South. And you might be asking, what exactly is USA South? Well, USA South is a regional body that is comprising of the best athletes from the southeastern states in the United States. They've been taking part in Rugby America's North competitions for a number of years now, and it's great to have these young athletes here representing the likes of Florida and Tennessee and Georgia and states like that. And we'll get a little bit into further about who exactly this team is, but they've got a lot of really young, good talent, and certainly some big bodies on this USA South team, Maria.
Yeah, speaking with Coach Williams ahead of this match, one of the keys for this team is to have a good start and focus on what's in front of them. They're definitely wanting to stay in the moment, make sure that their plays are executed accurately, and only just be thinking to the immediate next thing.
Line out now here for USA South on that far side. Throwing this ball in is Charlie Taylor.
The goal, drop.
Can't find his mark on the back.
Numbers, goals, 5, 6, stay back. Count.
Free kick awarded to USA South.
You had another one. It's a free kick.
Free kick. So this is basically not quite a penalty. The USA South can either elect to go for a scrum or they can quick tap, which is what they've done. And they've given it to the big man, Anakalia, and he smashes over 1 meter shy now. USA South, their backs on the far side of the field, calling for it, noticing the mismatch, but the big boys just driving forward, just one-way traffic here. When you're a back, it's hard to get the ball when the big forwards are trying to smash their way over the line. Have they got it down? Referee's right there.
Drop head.
Well, we heard it loud and clear there from the referee, Fernando, basically saying the Jamaican players got underneath it, no try. So we'll have it. This is one of the new law variations from World Rugby. As you can see here, USA trying to get over the goal line. We'll see who gets their hands on it. Just not able to touch the ball down. Good, strong defensive play there. I think that was the hooker, Ben Hotfield. And as I mentioned earlier, that's one of the new law variations. So instead of a 5 meter scrum, it's a goal line dropout. And on that ensuing play there, USA dropped the ball. So a chance for Jamaica to get out of jail free, Maria.
Excellent defensive work from Jamaica. They definitely didn't take their eye off of the ball, and they followed that through, and they were able to prevent that try. It's definitely showing how the combination of these international players who are coming to Jamaica, working with the local players who have picked up these new laws incredibly, are working well together.
Bind. Set.
Ball in the hands now of Jacob Nicholson. Hook back there by Jamaica.
All moving. Right.
If you're new to the game of rugby, this is a scrum. These are the forwards, 8 on 8. You've got 3 what are called front rowers, 2 props and a hooker. Behind them, you've got a second row, also known as the engine room. And then you've got 2 flankers, and then the 8-man in the back. So this is essentially how the play gets restarted after a knock-on or other infringements during the game. This is where your brute strength comes into play, and this is where it sets the platform for the rest of the game by this scrum. And this is a good midfield opportunity here for Jamaica. They've got all 5 backs out on this left side and 1 on the right. Sloppy ball here for Nicholson, but he gets past 1 tackler, beats another, tries to find his winger on that far side, which he's done. That is Hines. Wrapped up by a good tackle on the far side. Pick and go here now from Jamaica.
USA South is definitely focusing on keeping their tackles low, so I know they're going to be looking for that right now.
Offside is the call against USA South. So just a moment or so ago, USA was sniffing on Jamaica's try line, looking for the first points of the match. Now Jamaica has an opportunity to send this ball downfield. However, Jamaica going for the quick tap. I think they might be a bit worried about their line out perhaps, and there is a wind coming from left to right on your screen, which is in favor of USA. Jamaica just electing to just throw this ball around, however. Getting on the outside now. Here's a burst of speed. Wow, we love to see the Jamaican flair, and they've got it on the outside. He's finally brought down there. That's Reagan Hines.
Stay back.
Over the 22 now. Kai Pittum passes it back inside. Jamaica need to be quick.
Playing on the ground, mate. You're gonna leave the ball.
And the penalty in favor of USA. So we've got a bit of early local flash and flare.
Thank you.
But laying on the ground is the penalty against Jamaica.
Playing on the ground.
Definitely seeing how both teams are getting their footing. This is their first game in this tournament, and for many of them, their first international match.
A lot of different penalties involved in the breakdown if you're new to rugby. Essentially, everyone has a job to do at a breakdown. The tackler has to make the tackle in a safe manner. After the tackler has brought the tackled player down to the ground, they have to roll away and let the teams that are both teams contesting the ball have to have access to it. And both teams that are coming in to try and steal the ball and win the ball have to do it properly. If you're new to the game of rugby, I would say the tackle area is probably the hardest to pick up quickly. We'll do our best over the next few days to try and explain it to our viewers back home, Maria.
Absolutely, Brian. There's a lot of technical work that needs to be done in rugby, and we're seeing it demonstrated here. We've just seen a line out.
Chris Jensvold taking that ball from the top.
Second high tackle. It's a second.
So what you're hearing the referee say there is basically second high tackle. So player welfare is the most important aspect of the game of rugby. The referees are keeping a very close eye on the height of tackles, and what that means is essentially they don't want any tackles above the chest and especially above the shoulders. So anytime there's contact to above the shoulders, so the neck, the throat, or the head, it's an automatic penalty, and if not, a yellow card, which is someone sent to the sin bin, or a red card, depending on the mitigating factors and how dangerous the play was. So in this game, what the referee has basically just said is that's the second time there's been a high tackle. I've noticed it. We're giving a penalty to USA, and now USA's back down sniffing for their first try. That ball is gathered at the back there by Hogfield.
Release Luke to tackle.
Here's Jamaica from inside their own 22.
Stay there.
Trying to go back on that far side winger, Reagan Hines. The man's got plenty of speed.
Forward over there.
Forward pass is the call. So of course, in the game of rugby, passes have to go back, running forward. So that one just a smidge going forward. So we'll come back now for USA. And Maria, the wind has picked up in the last 5 minutes here. So how much of a role does that play in this game?
The wind has definitely picked up, and for something like a close forward pass, it can definitely affect where the ball is going, and if it's just knocked forward instead of what we want to see as a flat pass. So what the players are going to want to do is try to make sure that they're deep and that they're running onto the ball.
Bind. Set. Hold it. No push.
crouch, bind, set is the cadence for the scrum, as you heard there from the referee. Bit of a bobble here by the fly half, and that ball just sails forward, as we just talked about. Wind playing a huge role in that pass. That was from Quinn Vorster.
Well, that was definitely a Jamaican wind that blew the ball straight into the player for Jamaica's hands.
No, that's sitting up, man. You need contested.
Well, most famously in the game of rugby, there's of course the Fijian and French flair. Those are the two countries that have their own brand of style of rugby that they love to throw the ball around. But as we've seen lately on the HSBC World 7 Series and various Rugby America's North tournaments, these Jamaican teams also love to throw the ball around. Our entire region in the Caribbean is known for speed. And so once we get the ball going to hands, I just love seeing the pace on the outside, the exciting play from these young superstars.
We're seeing the excitement and the anticipation and everyone on the pitch really wanting to shine. You're also seeing that these teams are getting used to playing together. Many of them have not played together in a full international match before, and it's interesting talking to the coaches to know about their different perspectives and strategies around development of this game.
Right. Good.
Another line out here for USA. Charlie Taylor, ball in hand. Going to the front jumper, unopposed.
Good.
Ball going to ground, picked up there well by Keaton McLeavy. Coming back to this blind side. Smashing into contact there, Chris Jensvold.
Double movement.
So there's a penalty against USA. What the referee is saying is a double movement. So when I mentioned before about everyone has a role to do, so the tackled player, after getting tackled, has basically one movement. And you can go backwards, you can put the ball back, but that was a double movement is what it's called. So he tried to get an extra meter, but Jamaica once again electing to go with a quick tap and not really looking organized, Maria.
One of the things is being able to capitalize on the advantage of a quick tap is that your whole team has to know exactly what's happening for that to be pulled off. So I know that they're going to be working on continuing to improve that communication down the line so they can really take advantage of those opportunities.
We're of course playing two 20-minute halves here for the first 2 days of the men's under-19 competition, and then on the finals day on Sunday they'll be back to 35-minute halves. So
Crouch.
No score early on here. 10.5 gone in the opening half.
I need to have your break foot more clear and your second rows to hold it until I say set.
I love having the audio from the referee right direct in the scrum in your shot there.
A little bit further, yeah,
I've never stepped foot in a scrum, so my knowledge of what's going on in the dark arts is quite limited. However, it's pretty loud and clear from referee Fernando from Mexico.
That's right, you're hearing the voice of Fernando. He's Fernando. He is a senior referee in this tournament. He's been reffing since 2016. He's an alumni of the Referee Academy in South Africa, and he's really stepped up and taken an excellent leadership role in this tournament.
Ball through the hands and a huge tackle in the midfield. That was on the fullback, Richards.
Side entry.
But a penalty against Jamaica for a side entry. We'll see if we can get a replay of that big tackle in the midfield. USA would be smart to send this downfield. Watch this big collision there. Well, that's the man we've seen so many times so far, Regan Johnson Hines, just flying in with that black scrum cap on. That's a big collision in the midfield.
So you'll notice that there are actually 3 individuals in the orange shirts. So you have the referee, Fernando, in the center, and he is joined by 2 assistant referees. Those are Fabiola and Kanisha.
Gold 4.
This is the first time that there have been 2 referees from Mexico taking the field at the same time, and it is also a debut for Kanisha Vincent from Trinidad and Tobago.
Stepping onto the field now for Jamaica, that's Matthew Craig. Lots of rugby to be played over the next 4 days for these young lads, so we'll see plenty of substitutions. These are, as I said, 40-minute matches, so teams can bring in up to 8 subs during this game.
Very good, thank you.
It's really important for all the players to get their playing time. As a former player, a national player, game time cannot be replicated. As much as you train, there are things that you can only learn in competition on the pitch.
Offside in the mall. Penalty here.
So offside in the mall is the call. The Jamaican players not where they're supposed to be in the counter drive against USA. So another opportunity for USA to just send this ball even further towards the try line. They've got the wind in their favor.
I need a little bit of tape, please, so we can have that under our.
Well, folks, I'm sure you can hear it on our commentary mics. The wind has picked up quite significantly in the last 10 minutes. Just not playing any favors for Jamaica on the right side of your screen here. USA now. Here's Taylor. Going to the front jumper, finding Mosi, setting the drive.
On your side, on your side.
We're hearing the support from the Jamaican home crowd.
Here's Vorster. Cutting back inside is the inside center. Kell.
Out goal, out, out! Over there. Side entry. Not coming from inside.
So at the back of the ruck there, the Jamaican player coming in from the side, not through the channel, not through the gate as it's known. For those new to the game of rugby, essentially whenever a tackle's made, picture a capital H. You have to come in through the gate, how it's known. You can't come in directly from the side, and that's how the Jamaican player came in from there, and that's why we're seeing a penalty and the first crack at points there for USA South. This one's off the boot of Quinn Vorster. He's the leader on this team. He's one of the players to watch, nominated from his coaches as one of the superstars on this team. Good skills, and we'll see if he can get off the boot here quickly to take the early lead for USA South.
You can see that he's going through his mental preparation ahead of kicking this ball.
3-0 lead for USA South. There's Vorster. Fly half, leader on his side. Jamaica will have to rebound back in this one.
So the scoring for rugby, a try that is touchdown, is 5 points with the opportunity to convert, which is an additional 2 points. When you've kicked, as you've seen there, off of that penalty, it's 3 points.
Ball in the hands now of Jacob Nicholson, the scrum half. Jamaica resetting. They're sending their forwards to the right-hand side. Of course, off this kickoff, the ball has to travel 10 meters, and it is a drop kick. Got about just over 4 minutes to play in this opening half. Here's Nicholson hanging that one up brilliantly into the wind. Taken well there by USA South. Tackle made. Here's Austin, the captain. Spinning the ball through the hands now. There's the inside center, Gibbs Kell. Wrapped up inside the 22. Vorster spinning it out on the far side. Little show and go from the outside center, Jason Trevino.
Taken.
And I think it's been stolen brilliantly here by this winger, LeBron Gravy.
That was taken, first arriving player, no releasable.
Well, you heard it there. Not releasing the ball is the call. So the steal was good from Jamaica. However, once the ball was on the ground, as I said, Maria, you have to release it back to your side, and he did not do that. So that's why USA have a chance to clear outside their 22.
Yes, the ball carrier is required to release the ball so that the teammates can pick it up and continue the play, and so that the opposition can contest for that ball. Athletes need to be careful that there's no secondary motion when they go down. And you'll notice that many of these athletes are trying to get into a jackknife position, and that closes off that corridor that Brian was referring to earlier and makes it harder for the team on the other side to contest for the ball.
Here's Taylor going to the middle jumper, but it's knocked on there by USA South. Gathered up cleanly there by Matthew Craig, the sub for Jamaica. Ball through the hands now. Smashing forward there is the big number 5, Jonathan Barries. Here's Nicholson finding a man on his outside. Up the middle now. He needs to go to ground, and he's done it. Here's Nicholson. On the far side, there's Pittum. Going through the hands, unfortunately. Here's an opportunity now for USA South off the turnover.
In that one, we're going for the knock-on. So it's going to be a scrum for blue, yellow knock-on.
not quite going to hand on those final passes. These Jamaicans, electric with ball in hand. They just need a bit of time and space. As we mentioned earlier, this Jamaican side, a lot of these guys just met each other for the first time in the last 3-4 days. We've got some players based in Europe. You've got players based in Hong Kong, Dubai that have flown in for this event. Jamaicans that live abroad coming back to represent either the country of their birth or their parents' or their grandparents' birth. And so a lot of these guys are really learning how to play with one another for the first time, Maria.
13 of these athletes are actually international. Many of them have come from a training squad in the UK, which was actually training 36 players. And so they've been coming and working with the local athletes in Jamaica, and there's been that exchange of information, playing experience, and of course that national pride which is running through their veins right now.
Scrum now for USA South. At the feet there of the number 8, Cruzado.
Thank you. 10 back, yellow. 10 back, please.
It's a penalty in favor of USA South. Jamaica not realizing that it's penalty, have to get back 10 meters. While surely Captain Varster will just send this ball downfield using the wind at his back. Play fly half myself, and always love when you have the wind at your back like that. It just gives you an extra sort of 10 or 15 meters off the kick.
You're prop number 1.
We'll see how that changes after the first half when they change directions.
Exactly. Under a minute to play here. Still no tries early on in this first half. 19 and a quarter gone. USA South leading 3-0 over Jamaica. This is the second game of day 1 of the 2022 RAN Senior Women's 12s Men's Under 19 tournament. Brian Kelly alongside Maria Thomas. Just thrilled to be back here. We've had a break of almost more than 2 years actually since this last tournament was held. It was in 2019, so 3 years, and we're just excited to be here. So back underway into the hands there of the number 8, Cruzado. All going to ground, but it's picked up now by Jamaica, and they're off. But the referee's going to bring that one back.
Yeah. Boys, if you make a line out and you are the defense, you need to have someone within the 5 meters in making the 2x2. Yeah, but you were out of the 2x2, so yeah, take back.
Again, you are hearing the voice of referee Fernando. Professionally, he is a historian and professor, and you're seeing how he is clearly communicating his calls to the players. It's definitely paying off and enhancing the experience of these teams today.
It's going to be a scrum for blue.
So a tactical decision here for USA South. Going with a scrum instead of kicking for a line out or going for points. So realizing that this could potentially be the last play or nearing the last play, saying, you know what, let's bring the 8 forwards in for our team and the opposing team, and we'll see what we can do off of a set piece. So a lot of times teams will do that strategically so they can set a move or a play or a well-drilled, executed play that they're going to do right here off the back of the scrum. So Vorster off about 10 meters to the right of the scrum. He's got all of his backs basically off of his right shoulder. And we'll see what they can do. Here's Varster. He's got a hard line from the outside center, but a good tackle made there by the fly half. Just Sean Smallbone for Jamaica.
Good. You got advantage. Second advantage. Upside.
Here's McCleavey. Gets past one. Trying to get the ball back, and he's done it.
10 meters.
You're definitely seeing the intensity raising before the halftime of this game. USA South definitely wanting to get a little further in the lead, and Jamaica itching to get some points on the board.
10 meters of the space. Yeah.
So electing just to try and add 3 more points off the boot there of Quinn Varster. It's been a fairly even contest here in the opening 22 minutes. A couple of mistakes from both sides, which is to be expected, having not played any international rugby and just getting to know the teammates over the last few years, or last few days, pardon me. Concentration there from Varster. The kick is up, and so are the flags. Well, there you have it. An additional 3 points added to the tally of USA South, making it 6-0 over Jamaica as we get the halftime whistle. Exciting contest between these two sides. Plenty of physicality, plenty of excitement. We are at the Yui Mona Bowl here in Kingston, Jamaica. USA South leading Jamaica 6-0 in the second game of day one of the RAN Senior Women's 12s and Men's Under 19 tournament. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a moment.
We are here at the incredible Mona Bowl in Jamaica. We have Coach Scott for Jamaica. How are you feeling after that first half?
All right, it was an intense first half. We just have to
Plenty of excitement in the first half. Both teams trying to get over the whitewash and score the first try of their tournament. However, it's just 2 penalty kicks off the boot of Quinn Vorster, giving a 6-0 lead for USA South. Well, we got underway just in the early first half. That was Jamaica kicking to USA South. USA tried to get over the line and smash it over, but it was held up brilliantly there by Ty Pittum, so no try. Jamaica showing a bit of flash and flare immediately after that. That's the right winger, Regan Johnson-Hines. Well, we're going to be saying that name plenty of times over the next few days, but still not able to score. Here's Varster. There's just a glimpse of the wind and what it's like here at the UE Bowl. Some big collisions between these two sides. Taken up into contact there is Gibbs Kell. There was a penalty which gave Vorster a chance to double the lead to 6-0 at halftime. Keaton McCleavy's had a great first 20 minutes. And right before the final whistle, Vorster had another 3 exciting opening 20 minutes here between Jamaica and USA South, and home fans cheering on from the far side of the field. That's Jamaican supporters. We'll see plenty of fans coming in here in Kingston at the UE Mona Bowl at the University of the West Indies. 4 days of international rugby and excitement here. This is the Rugby Americas North competition.
We are here at the incredible Mona Bowl in Jamaica. We have Coach Scott for Jamaica. How are you feeling after that first half?
All right, it was an intense first half. We just have to come up stronger with our scrum and get the game on.
I know that you've paired your athletes together. How are you feeling about their communication and how they're working together on the pitch?
Well, as I said before, we're trying to get it together right now, and the communication is there, but we just need to speak up a little more.
What are some of the strategies that you have used to accomplish that in the last 4 days?
All right, we have put the guys together, and we have a lot of set plays we do, and get the team gel. Yeah.
We are here with coach and manager Mark Williams for USA South. Definitely great to be in the lead at the end of the first half. What do you think contributed to that being the outcome at this time?
Well, we're fortunate to have the lead. We had a bit of a wind that helped us. We were able to keep territory on them, keep pressure on them, and come away with 6 points. Biggest thing, we got to settle down. We've had too many unforced errors, just drop balls, not winning our lineouts, not taking advantage of opportunities when we've had them.
You've mentioned that this is the first time that a lot of these athletes are coming together and their first international match. How do you think they're adjusting to that while they're on the pitch?
Yeah, they're a bit nervous in the first half and a little tight. That's the reason for those errors. We just got to settle down, get into our pattern, and play rugby.
Absolutely. We were commenting on the referee and the amount of information that he's giving to the athletes on the pitch. Is this an advantage for them?
Absolutely. We'd rather hear the information than hear the whistle and penalties.
All right.
Manage
Thank you.
The game.
Thank you so much, and all the best in the next half.
Thanks.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're moments away from kickoff here. USA South with a slim 6-0 lead over the hosts, Jamaica. My name is Brian Kelly. Happy to be bringing you play-by-play and color commentary coverage alongside former national team player for Trinidad and Tobago, Maria Thomas. Maria, how exciting is it just to be back here?
Brian, it is amazing to be back. It's amazing to be playing rugby. It is so exciting to be hosted at UE Mona. For anyone locally in Jamaica, you can come down to this tournament. The Jamaican National Under-19 men's team is playing. This is their first match. There will be more. So find yourselves here and cheer on your team.
Well, a textbook restart there from USA South. Barster just hanging that ball brilliantly. Forward, swatting it back. Here they're going out the outside now. Cutting back in. Here's a good strong run there in the midfield by the outside center, Jason Trevino. Keep your eye out for that man who's a good strong ball runner. Referee saying that ball went backwards, not on. Here's the captain, Cade Austin, finding Jensvold, pardon me.
We're seeing the communication from the Jamaican team right now. They're making sure to hold the line and defend this.
There's Connor Devo smashing that ball forward. Referee.
That's also high tackle. It's a second infringement. 5 minutes. Whoever number you are, you get it. Sorry.
So referee handing a yellow card. I believe that is to Kai Pittum.
High tackle.
Once you see here, automatic high tackle. So the first player went low around the waist, and Pittum was around over the neck, a bit of a seatbelt tackle, and that is a yellow card. The referee has said multiple times today already that he has seen a couple of high tackles, so that's why Jamaica will be down a front rower, or down a player, pardon me, for the next 5 minutes. As we're playing 20-minute halves. That means we're playing 5-minute yellow card. So Varster going against the wind on this one, which is an interesting call, Maria.
Definitely, but the kicks have been working for USA South so far. It's a good opportunity to get those points and make sure that they stay in the lead, which is what they're wanting to do today. We're hearing the fans, we're seeing them cheering in the stands for Jamaica.
Here's Varster. Certainly has the distance, and the flags are up. An extra 3 points.
He has the golden foot.
Yes, absolutely. So what that means essentially is now it's a 2-score game. So Jamaica, they score still down by 2 points. So just keep your eye on that. I'm sure Jamaica will be chomping at the bit to try and cross the whitewash and score their first points of this tournament. And the home fans into it. They have to come up with a response with only 14 men on the field. They have player in the bin as that Forster is 3 for 3 so far off the boot. Going to the far side. Taking well on the far side there. Good hand fend.
Still good. Hang on.
Get a hand on it there. It's McLeavy.
Release goal.
At the 22.
Stay there.
Referee playing on into the hands. Cruzado. Cade. Forster down this near side, little hop step, cutting back once again. That's Trevino.
Release goal, tackle.
There's Cade. It's Cruzado, but that ball is spilled forward. So plenty of excitement, plenty of passion, Maria, from these young lads, but not quite on the
John, the yellow card is
absolutely. You're definitely seeing how both teams are pulling together. They've taken notes from the first half. They're making some corrections.
Hold it, please. All right, time off. Do you have any other player that can play front row right now? No?
Jamaica is looking for a front row replacement. These are specialized positions.
Because the player that is sent to the bin for a yellow card was a front rower, that means they'll pull off another the forward to bring in someone who is trained in that position. Every team, whether it's men's or women's, has to have 3 players that are trained front row on the pitch to start the game and 3 on the bench.
Good. Good. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Here's the ball now for Jamaica. Big shove from USA South.
No. We're going to do it again. Whoa. Boys.
We're going to reset the scrum here. The referee will be paying close attention to making sure that the scrums are safe.
Stop and full break on it, okay? You stop, full break, okay? No further push.
Scrums play such an incredible role in the game of rugby. It's setting the platform for the rest of the back line and your entire attack.
It is contested.
Starts
You have a
from
full
set
front,
pieces in most, other than turnovers,
most
most plays
front,
start from a
contested.
line out or a scrum or a restart. So set plays or restarts and set pieces come from, they play such a big role. And we'll see Jamaica under the gun a little bit here.
Crouch!
USA South with a big shove, but the referee has told him
Bind.
to push.
The under-19s have a limited distance that the scrum can be driven, and this is for player welfare.
Great communication from
Back
Fernando,
lane,
basically
yes.
saying stop the push after a meter.
Out of their
Ball's in
goal.
the hands of USA South now. Knock on here
Advantage.
from Jamaica. McLeavy cleans
Not
that
rolling.
up. Here's Cade. Ball goes backwards off the hands
Go
of Charlie
train.
Taylor.
No rolling away.
Another penalty. Discipline.
This USA South team is an official development pathway for the national team programs. So we're seeing different development strategies being applied by each of these teams. One where the USA is very, very fast, and they have
So from
a program specifically in the South USA, and Jamaica, who's using the diaspora and international players to come and complement the talent locally on the island.
Yeah. Yellow card needs to wait until there's... No, yellow card cannot come in. Yellow card cannot come in. Yellow card until there is no penalty against Jamaica. Thank you.
Right now we're waiting for
time back on.
The clock to run out. It is a full 5-minute penalty for that yellow card.
Yep.
Mosi coming on the field now for USA South. 2 Mosi brothers on this side.
Now the yellow card may come in. Now the yellow card is good.
The 5 minutes has completed. The player can now return to the pitch.
So this is a break.
So we have 2 full sides, 15 on either side. USA South, Jamaica. We are here at Yui Mona. It's a beautiful place to be, a wonderful place to return to rugby. This is the 3rd time that the Rugby Americas North Under-19s tournament has been played in Jamaica.
Backwards play on is the call. Here's the big, strong runner there from the outside center position, Jason Trevino.
No.
Smashing forward there, Cruzado. Burster, spinning it out. Good. Here's a good burst of speed from the fullback. Breaks 1 tackle, finally brought down.
Advantage.
Advantage, says the referee, which essentially means they get a free play. Smashing forward there is McLeavy. Breaks through the line, needs a bit of support though, and he's lost the ball.
First infringement. It's going to be a penalty for blue. Gold, not rolling away.
Discipline is playing a big role in this match here for Jamaica. They're up for the challenge, but just seeing too many penalties. Here's McLeavy into contact. But that ball is ripped out of his hands by Josh Wright, the captain of Jamaica. Blindside flanker.
He goes back into the
Great shot of the captain there from Jamaica.
Cannot pick up the ball. It's a loitering, okay?
And this Jamaican staff and reserve bench.
5 of these USA South players have recently come off a UK tour where they played in Wales and England. So they are joining a number of athletes for whom this is their first international game.
Can we make the sub?
Yeah, water.
What is going on with
If you want, you can go.
Right. Yeah, so that we can actually go.
Similarly, Jamaica has athletes who have been playing for Wasps and Gloucester Academy. A number of them play for local community and clubs. And as mentioned before, they are incredibly proud to be here on Jamaican soil representing Jamaica in the Rugby America's North Under-19s tournament.
It's a big summer for Jamaican rugby. Just announced yesterday
No, it's already out.
the World Rugby Sevens Challenger Series taking place in South America over 2 legs. Jamaica
Water out.
men will be
Water
there
out.
along with Mexico
Water
women.
out. Water out.
Jamaica men
Thank
have
you.
qualified for the Commonwealth Games
Right,
in
it's a penalty.
Birmingham, England in a couple
Right,
weeks'
time back
from
on.
now at the end of July.
Penalty for blue.
As well as Jamaica.
The gold not rolling. It's a
men
penalty. 10
heading
meters
to
back,
the
please.
Rugby World Cup Sevens in Cape Town in
Just check
South
the ARs,
Africa.
That's right, Brian. And in fact, the South America rugby tournament you mentioned will also be attended by the senior USA South Panthers. They will be in Colombia in 3 weeks' time.
Awesome.
Jamaica's defense needs to come up big here. Less than 10 minutes to play in the match, down by 2 scores at least. If USA score here, this could be in the bag for them.
In line, boys. In line. There you go.
8 meters away from the try line. Here's an attacking opportunity in the hands of Charlie Taylor. Right in the middle jumper. Good one-handed grab there from Chris Jensvold. Getting towards the try line now. Just smashing forward. Can they get it down?
Time off. All right. Time off. Time off. Leave it there. Leave it there. Leave it there. Thank you. Back, please.
Well, referee's going to have a discussion with the AR.
Yeah, all right. And we're going to give it time. All right?
So as I mentioned before, there's a team of 3.
I'm going to give you the try.
The try has been awarded after consultation between the referee and assistant referees.
We're going to put special eye on number gold 1. Gold 1, right?
As mentioned before, the team of 3 allows to have extra eyes on the pitch in addition to the replay that is available. The communication between the referees is incredibly important in making sure that fair refereeing happens in these matches and consistent refereeing. Rugby America's North has been doing incredible development work. As mentioned before, Kanisha Vincent is having her debut match here today. She is on the selections committee for her national union. She also does a lot of work with Sweat for Science. Fabiola is joining her as the other assistant referee, and it's great to see that we have representation on the pitch for these up-and-coming referees. That kick was good. It's been converted.
Well, that's brilliant play there from Vorster, just so strong off the boot. We have confirmed the try scorer was Gozi Mosi, the substitute front rower from Okapi Wanderers in South Florida.
All right, 10 more minutes.
And look at the conversion there, just through the uprights brilliantly. That man has been so good here today. That's Vorster. Hair flowing in the rim brilliantly as well.
Definitely, Brian. I know that these athletes are so happy to be out here today.
I'm sure everyone's behind it.
Both teams are really putting their all into this game. See the kickoff from Jamaica here. The wind has died down a little bit, so the ball is meeting its mark.
Time off. Probably Chris coming.
Well, big collision there just at the 22-meter line. Referee's going to have a discussion with his AR on this near side just to see what happened. As we see the replay, here's Vorster cutting up the midfield. High tackle, arm around the neck there. That was from number 19, Matthew Craig from Jamaica. And as we said earlier, that's an automatic penalty, if not more.
Gracias, Fabi. Thank you.
Anytime the tackle is up that height, it's a detriment to your team because you might be stepping off the field.
Don't sweat.
All right.
That's right, Brian. We're seeing how the referees are making sure to prioritize player welfare in this tournament.
High tackle.
Vorster will play on, sending this ball into touch.
Lovely.
You see the AR, Fabiola making that call there, indicating the ball's going to USA South. Interesting fact, both Fabiola and Fernando are from Rugby, Jalisco.
Coach just showing his love to his player who stepped off the field. That's Matthew Craig. Great shot there. Motion from the coach and player. Well taken there by USA South. Here's Vorster into the midfield. Huge smashing run there.
Release goal
by Cruzado. Here's Vorster cutting, going back the other side. That was a good flat ball. And a huge hand fin, but the tackle made brilliantly. Staying on it was Reagan Hines. Another advantage here for USA. Big collisions here from these Americans.
But you're seeing that the Jamaican athletes are not giving up. When they commit to the tackle, they stay there until it's made.
Absolutely. Not finding the hands and making it out to the far side.
Seeing where USA South is using the width of the pitch. They're moving back and forth, working on checking the fitness of their opposition.
Fitness is going to play a huge role over these 4 days. These athletes playing 2 games today, 2 tomorrow. They're a bit shorter than normal. And then on Sunday, so you're going to need to use your
get out, go, get out. Want to see you try, get out. Thank you.
You have to keep your fitness up, lots of hydration. It is hot here in Jamaica right now, close to 30 degrees. Barely a cloud in the sky. As USA spin this ball on the far side, getting it into the hands. A huge tackle. That was taken down was Nathan Williams. For USA South. These Jamaicans love a good collision. Go forward ball here for USA. Plenty of numbers on this open side if they can spin it through the hands. Vorster outside. And here's the big prop, Connor Devos. Has a man back inside. Couldn't find the try scorer, OC.
We have first infringement over there, and the second one is an offside over here. So you got 10 back, coach. 10 back. No. You play it in the ruck instead of going out, it goes straight back in.
Seeing the replay there, the referees called it back for a knock on.
It's a penalty, boys.
Substitution now. Charlie Taylor stepping off the field. Coming on now is
awesome. Come on, 7 minutes.
Gavin Hooton. Hooker position. Taylor's had a brilliant game so far. Vorster knowing that time is on his side, just slowing things down here off the penalties. Sailing and trying to find touch, but that ball just hangs on a string. Knock back to USA.
No rub tackle. 10 back.
Jamaica. Confident off the penalties. It's been a working point for Jamaica. They haven't really sent the ball into touch to set a line out. A couple of times they've gone up with a quick tap.
They're going to want to capitalize on this opportunity right now.
Good shot there. That's it. That ball not finding touch. Here's USA South to the fullback. Richards steps off his left foot. 2 players outside of him. Getting into the hands now of Charlie Joe Rosemeyer.
Release goal! Stay back, stay back. It's good.
Up into contact there. Jacob Seiler. He's over the halfway line now. USA on the front foot once again. Vorster to Mosi, the try scorer. The big man with the blonde hair. Gets past one, finally brought down. Cade. Good go forward ball there by Cruzado.
It's a tackle. Stay back.
Out through the hands now. Cutting back in on the far side there, Nathan Williams. Off the deck, good offload into contact there, Charlie Joe Rosemeyer.
Get out, goal, get out!
Great string of phases here from USA. Once again, there's Seiler.
We're seeing the massive defense from Jamaica.
Mosi goes forward with a huge smash. He fends off another, finally brought down.
No, no, no! Advantage blue, advantage blue. It's good, he's good.
Advantage here for USA. Forster over the top. He's got 2 players on the outside. Can he get it down? He's diving over the line and he's done it. That's Charlie Joe Rosemeyer.
We're gonna check it. We're there, leave the ball there, Mike. Javi, tengo un jugador en el piso de aquel lado, pero realmente no tengo nada que ver de aquel lado. ¿Tienes algo?
Well, our bilingual referees switching between English and Espanol for that. And the try is awarded. That's Rosemeyer, number 22. Replacement coming on the field. That was just one-way traffic for USA as he just steps off the left foot. Can't get a hand on it. There is Jonathan Barnes from Jamaica. And we have our second try of the match for USA South. And a bit of maintenance being done there, of course.
You can see our level 2 ICIR immediate care in rugby. They have been working so hard this week. This is a RAN Super Week, which means there has been a lot of dedication to training and education. And the medics have been working very, very hard to make sure that this standard of care that is available at Rugby America's North tournaments is unparalleled. We are grateful for the support. Any of the medics that can take this pitch have completed level 2 ICIR training to make sure that our athletes are always in the best hands.
Kick is up. Whoa, but the flag stayed down. Another brilliant kick there, just missing there from Versters, having a bit of a laugh. He thought it was through. Watch this kick, just missing.
No, we don't.
Bit shorter than normal uprights, but referees made the right decision. No good. 21-0 in favor of the Americans. USA made it to the finals of this tournament back in 2019. They ultimately losing to Mexico in an incredibly passionate match at the Bellevue Plantation Polo Club in Barbados. We got time for likely one more play here. Love to see Jamaica try and get some points on the board. Now they've got a penalty. Let's go, Jamaica. Let's see what you can get here. Great attacking position, 22 meters out right in the midfield.
Jamaica has been keeping the pressure on, and they are seeing that try line ahead of them.
Great tackle there from Keaton McLeavy on Kai Pittum. There's Jamaica going to that open side. Ball going to ground off the hands of Mason Campbell. Still in their favor, though. They need to get some support.
Coming back to the first infringement, it's a goal penalty, offside blue.
Offside is the call. Jamaica likely on the last play of the game here, trying to get some points and build a bit of momentum for the next game. Here's Pittum again, on the outside, trying to find his last man, getting on the outside to number 14, can't get a handle on it.
Right, time off. Anisha, do you have a number? 16, 1-6. 1-6. Okay. Okay, technical zone, please silence in a second. Kenisha, you have a number? 1-6, correct? Number 1-6, number 16. 16. It's a repeated infringement, so you're going to go to the bin for 5 minutes, all right? It's an offside and repeated infringement, thank you.
So repeated infringements, what that means is the referee has already talked to Mosi, the try scorer, about you've been offside before, now you need to be on your best behavior, and he wasn't. So that's why he's going to the bin for the last few minutes of this match. So Jamaica, with basically no time left on the clock, will have an opportunity to score here with territory, with possession, and with a man in the bin for USA.
Come on, offside.
We can see the Jamaica supporters holding their breath in the stands. Everyone hoping for a try for Jamaica in this game.
Here's Jamaica, the big man, the number 8, 2 meters shy now. Can he get it down? Yes, he does! Try time for Jamaica!
And Jamaica has put their points on the board.
Now look at the passion of these young Jamaican men. Just 4 meters out here, sniffing for the try line. Who gets their hands on it? There's Nicholson. To the number 8, that's Khalil Brown, diving forward, reaching, and he gets it down. Well done to that man there, Khalil Brown, doing his nation proud.
The crowd erupted into cheers. Remember, we are at the Yui Mona Bowl. If you are in Jamaica, find yourself at the Yui Mona Bowl. Come and support the teams that are here playing rugby in the RAN tournament.
Love seeing the Jamaicans cross the line there, scoring their first try. That builds a bit of momentum for the games later in the day. As I mentioned earlier, these sides playing 2 matches each per day on the first 2 days and then 1 on the final Sunday. As that kick is up, and it is good. Well booted there from Jamaica. That's the fullback, Mason Campbell. Well done. Well, I stand corrected, folks, but I guess we still have time left for another kickoff. Well kick there from the fullback, Campbell.
No, okay. The yellow card imminent. Two infringements from our side, right? Yeah. Yeah.
So we will have time for kickoff here. Another opportunity. Oh, an interesting kicking style there from Varster, swinging his his kicking foot forward before booting it. Gathered off the bounce there from Jamaica. Here's Nicholson going on this blind side, trying to find Ben Hotfield, who's wrapped up into touch. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. USA South champions by a score of 21-7. Well, they were big, they were strong, they were physical. They also had the boot of Vorster, the fly half for USA South. Brilliant game there from that young man. I'm sure we'll see plenty of him over the next few days. The Jamaicans, however, crossing over and scoring their first try. Moments left on the clock off the big number 8, Khalil Brown. 21-7 is the final score. USA South defeating Jamaica. Let's take a quick look at how it happened with the highlights. Got underway with Jamaica kicking to USA South. Gathered well there by Jonathan Irving. USA thought they had their first try of this game as the ball got over the line, but it was brilliantly held up there by Kai Pittum. Ball getting the hands to the outside there. The speedster, Reagan Johnson-Hines, breaking tackles left, right, and center. Finally brought down by the opposition fullback. Couldn't get any points, though, unfortunately. Here's a good example of the wind that they were facing in that first half. Varster just spinning that one wide. And gathered by Campbell. Plenty of big collisions from these two sides. Varster good off the boot. I think he went 4 for 5 today. There's McClevey into contact. Penalty against Jamaica, giving Varster another opportunity. That was a look at the first half. Here's the second half now. USA getting on the front foot right away. Penalty against Jamaica, giving the opportunity for Varster to slot another 3, which he did with ease. Brilliantly taken line out there by USA, setting the platform, looking for their first try of the match. Watch this get in the hands of the big man Mosi, carrying 3 Jamaicans with him, gets over the line. Referee needed to have a quick word with his AR just to confirm that it went over, but there was no denying Mosi, the big man from the Okapi Wanderers Rugby Club in South Florida. And Vorster just brilliantly sliding that one through the uprights. A chance for one more ball over the top here into the hands of Rosemeyer. Makes no mistake, cutting back off his left foot, getting past the defender and scoring once again. But the Jamaicans would not be denied. That's the number 8, the big man, Khalil Brown, touching down. And look at the passion from the local side. Extra 2 points added off the boot of Mason Campbell. And that's all she wrote in this contest. We're going to send it down to the field now.
Here with captain for USA South Panthers, Cade Austin. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
What do you think contributed to your success in this opening game?
Our coaches really put together a nice game plan, helped us come together. And the few times we had, and all these guys, came in, busted their ass, really hard work. Everybody was just putting all it out there.
What sort of things did you hear in your halftime speech that contributed to your success?
That there's a lot of pressure. We knew there was going to be in this game, but our coaches were reminding us, there's pressure, but it's a privilege to have that pressure. We got to come together and focus up, really work hard to get the small things right.
Well, thank you very much and congratulations.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Joshua Wright, you are the captain of the Jamaica team.
Yes.
How are you feeling following the match?
Obviously quite disappointed. We were wanting to have played better, put more points on the board and really utilise our fast backs, but unfortunately we didn't, but it's alright, happens.
How was the team feeling in those last moments before Jamaica scored and put those numbers on the board?
Well, I think it was a sign of relief really, and just happiness that we finally got a foot into the game, and obviously it was a little bit too late, but now we're going to take that energy and bring it on to the next game.
What's one of the key things you're going to be focusing on ahead of your next match?
Just not thinking about this one and just trying to keep penalties to a minimum.
Well, congratulations to everyone who's made it here for this tournament. I know you have a lot of first national caps on this team, and I don't know if you can hear it on the field, but you've got great fans in the stand who are supporting you.
I can definitely hear it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.